We welcome you to this broadcast of girls varsity basketball on NKTelco Sports. We're at the Botkins Athletic Complex where the Perry Commodores will take on the Botkins Trojans. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Pratt Industries, Winners Meats, and NKTelco, all bringing you basketball from Botkins. I'm Dave Helmstetter. With me tonight, Jeff Henchen, and we have a non-league Monday matchup between the home team, the Botkins Trojans, and the Perry Commodores. When you really look at this game, the most important part about it, in my mind, is that if the Trojans win, they're going to guarantee themselves a winning season. And coming on the heels of what they did last year, which was an excellent season, I think in Tyler Carson's first year, that's quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, they lost some head of the snake last year in Carmen Euchre, and then to come back and replace her and finish above 500 in a very tough Shelby County Athletic League is a job well done for Coach Carson his first year. And they play hard, and they play a fast-paced game usually. They're not a very big team, so they try to utilize their speed and get good ball movement to get shots off.
Yeah, one thing that the Trojans like to do, they like to shoot the threes, absolutely no doubt about it. And the Trojans on the season, as you look at their three-point shooting, 97 out of 378, and that's 26%, but they like to shoot those threes, and that's been their game all season long. We've had the opportunity to see Perry earlier in the season against Jackson Center. It was a 6-point loss for the Commodores to Jackson Center, and the Commodores right now look like they're a little short-handed.
Yeah, they're down a few players, and they battled that Jackson Center game. Were down and came back, utilized their speed and aggressiveness to kind of creep back into that ball game. They came up on the short end, but again, not a long bench, if you will, of varsity players, and not a lot of vertical height either.
So we got the national anthem coming up here in just a moment here on NKTelco Sports. Botkins Trojans come in at 11-8, 7-4 in league play. Perry Commodores 9-9 and 3-2 in the Northwest Central Conference play.
We encourage you as fans and spectators to demonstrate good sportsmanship and cooperation.
Trojans also continue league play a little bit later this week. They'll play at Anna on Thursday. The Commodores lost in their last outing to Allen East on Saturday, so they're bouncing back with a one-day rest here on a Monday.
I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different. We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it Caring Without Limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Starting lineups about to be introduced, and officials for tonight's game: Jeff Gorsuch, Christopher Estes, and Tim Hunsaker, the officials here for tonight's varsity contest. In the junior varsity contest, an abbreviated one, Botkins won 35-7 over Perry. And now our starting lineups, all brought to you by Emerson Climate Technologies for the visitors. From Perry High School, Kalia Luster, number 1. Number 11, Ty Gordon.
Number 13, Mary Horston.
Number 13, Mary Horston.
Number 23, Lexanna Lee.
Number 23, Lexanna Lee. She comes in averaging 8.3 points per game. And number 45, Dana Patton. And their head coach, John Behrens. Kalila Luster is their leading scorer with 11.5 points. Now comes their starters for the Botkins Trojans. Always an exciting moment here at Botkins. Number 2, Camden Paul, announced at a little higher height than what we're used to. Number 5, Mulaney Maurer, 5'8" junior. Number 12, D.D. Pitts, 5'7" sophomore. Now we've got the 2 seniors. Lydia Dietz, 5' senior. And number 11, 5'7" senior Kennedy Dosey. So it's Paul, Dietz, Maurer, Dosick, and Pitts are starters for the Botkins Trojans under head coach Tyler Carson. Let's take a look at our keys to the game tonight, Jeff. First for the visiting Perry Commodores, really just a couple of short, to-the-point keys.
Well, I think he said the same one twice. He said limit turnovers, better rebounding, and take care of the basketball. So I thought I read it that way, maybe not, but he stressed that they've got to handle the Botkins pressure. He knows they're going to push tempo, and he's got to make sure they don't get in a running match with them. And for Botkins, they also like to take care of the boards. Don't give the other team, in this case Perry, another chance. Play at a proper pace. When it's there, take advantage of it. Use your speed, but don't get out of control. And also on offense, he mentions finely tuned offense. Be efficient, take your time, score your possessions, and take care of the basketball.
And we're underway here at Botkins. Thanks for joining us here on NKTelco Sports. Our keys to the game brought to you, as always, by Keyhole Pizza. Commodores with the basketball.
No too much body contact, I believe, on Camden Paul, trying to force that pressure. Just kind of bodied her right out in front, and the first foul of the ball game.
Kept pushing her towards the midcourt line with the basketball, Kalia Luster.
I like the call because she wasn't in front of the ball handler, and you can't bump them literally like you're herding cattle. You got to play with your feet.
Luster's shot off target. Rebound Trojans. Dosick into the lane. Shot no good. And rebound comes down to number 22, Lexanna Lee. Perry comes into tonight 9-9. They lost at Allen East on Saturday, as we noted before. They stand 3-2 in conference play, but as we noted, they have won 9 games this season.
Yeah, they're beating teams. That's a 500 mark, and they've been able to get it done on occasion, and as long as they can take care of the basketball and hit shots, that one all but in. Tough break there, but they got it, and she's one of the better shooters from that range, so tough break for them.
Mulaney Maurer with the 3. Rebound. Commodores up court. Luster trying to go inside, tried to make that move off balance. Good defense by the Trojans. Pitts glides up court. Dietz, shot no good. Maurer open, gets it over to Paul. She'll shoot the 3, shot a little bit short. Dosick with the rebound. Back to Paul, sneaks into the lane and gets the basket for the Trojans with 6:15 to go here in our opening quarter.
Third time was a charm there, Dave. They got 3 looks at the basket. Paul cashes in on that third look. Compliments of 2 offensive rebounds.
And the Trojans, they're capable of playing some pretty good basketball. They got a couple of big wins over MAC schools. They knocked off Coldwater right here, and then also they beat Parkway.
Yes, that's probably the biggest asterisk to their resume stuffer, if you will, for their season. There's a big, at that time I believe Parkway was undefeated, and Parkway just suffered their first league loss last week, or in their last contest against Marion Local Flyers in a close ball game.
Move inside by Patton, and with 5:32 on the board, we're tied at 2-all. Inside the lane, Pitts will take the short jumper and connect.
Nice shot there, mid-range jumper, no glass available for her, and then she also had Patton kind of stepping out at her, so good concentration for the 5'7" sophomore, averaging just under 8 points a game.
And that's a tough shot, too, as they work it down quickly. Patton again off the glass. Shot doesn't go. Tipped back out to Luster into the lane. Kalila connects, in the 5'2" freshman, who leads the Commodores in scoring with 11.5 points. Shot no good by Dietz. Rebound. Mary Horston gets it back over to Luster.
When I saw, Botkins, they've already taken a number of shots here. They force a turnover here. They like to push the pace.
Pitts gets the roll. But boy, she can really move up court, can't she?
Yeah, they're athletic. They're all kind of built, capable of doing that kind of run and fire. Early in the year, they would have limited of like a couple passes and the shot would be taken. Later in the season, I saw them play, and they did much more ball control movement, but sometimes they don't need a shot clock, that's for sure. Whoa,
shot's going to roll out by Lee. She'll put her own rebound up, and it doesn't fall, but Maurer will grab the Botkins rebound. Trojans will look to increase their 2-point lead.
Well, there was
Dosick.
3 passes.
Inside, left-handed move. Mulaney Maurer, and Perry coach John Behrens wants to take a timeout and talk a little bit about defense. That'll be a full timeout, all brought to you by Precision Strip. Our score, Botkins 8, Perry 4. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Ohio Means Jobs Auglaize County has a job for you. Grand Lake Health System has over 800 employees. Included is Joint Township District Memorial Hospital and multiple physician practices. And we're now hiring a variety of positions that fit all education and skill levels. Plus, you'll get a great benefit package offered to both full and part-time workers. Join this rewarding career and help your community in the process. Contact Ohio Means Jobs Auglaize County for all your employment needs.
Commodores will have the basketball as head coach John Behrens takes the timeout. Botkins able to slip inside on the Commodores, and they've got an 8-4 lead as Kalia Luster, number 1, has the basketball. Now back over to Horson. She'll take it to the hoop. Battle for the rebound. Lee has it, and as does Kennedy Dosick.
In for the Perry Commodores. I don't know when she entered, but it was number 10, Zy Scott. Is that correct?
Yes, Zy Scott, sophomore at 5'5".
Now they're in zone, Dave. I didn't pay attention. Botkins shot so quickly. Was it man-to-man to begin the game, do you think, for Perry? Now they're zoned, and Botkins has capitalized. They've had a couple of possessions where it's been multiple looks, and they've scored on each of those times they've had second chance opportunities, and that's kind of right now the difference in the game of 4 points.
Maurer for 3. He connects it. Boy, that really frustrated head coach John Behrens. Went into that zone because he wanted him to shoot from outside.
Well, Maurer answers the challenge. That's her 29th made triple of the season. A pretty decent percentage at 34% from Lainey Maurer. Averaging just over 8 points a game, has 5 already here in the first quarter.
Carly Dalton into the lineup also for Perry. Outside jumper is good. And Zy Scott, she averages 4.4 points. She gets 3 of that on that shot. Dietz shot no good.
They'll say maybe hit the standard, the black. I don't know. He had a better angle. He must have been ruled to hit the black support.
So Perry will have the basketball. It's 11-7, 2:36 to go on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Yeah, I think he took the timeout. He wanted to get out of the defense he was in and go to that zone defense, see if he could change the way this game was starting. Ball goes, try to get it down low to Lexana Lee, but it passes just a little bit too high.
Yeah, way out of, not enough touch on it. It was a bullet pass, and there was no way that was going to come into contact. Right idea, second turnover for the Commodores. Botkins yet to commit a turnover, almost 6 minutes through the first quarter.
Camden Paul back over to Dietz. Pitch and catch, looking at that zone defense of Perry. They take it inside. Metz in the lineup. Dietz over to Dosick.
Oh, nice.
Looking for Pitts. Off the glass. Gets the roll. Boy, they attacked the zone pretty well that time.
There was a pretty, almost too fast a ball movement because you want to pass and move it, but if you snap it back and forth so quickly, the defense doesn't have time to really move. But they found Pitts on the backside, and she cashed in for her 3rd straight bucket of the game.
Paul brings it up court, right side, and Dietz. Back over to Paul. She'll get it over to Dosick.
Well, I meant for Dietz that she's 3 for 3.
There's the steal. Zy Scott.
Turnover.
Turnover. Some people don't like to do it that way, but that's how I would score it.
Yeah, it definitely was a Botkins turnover on the steal. Then I thought maybe it was a foul, but they were able to knock the basketball off of the Perry Commodore girl for the turnover to give it right back to Botkins.
Maurer back over to Paul.
But that movement, you want the defense to shift, and there's a nice, that's pretty much perfect. Kennedy Dosick, I believe, the assist. Yep. Ryan Gutman, our public address announcer here with the exaggerated heights for the starting lineup tonight, capitalized on that same notion. He saw Kennedy Dosick, a beautiful bounce pass for the assist.
Let's see what Perry does. They trail now by 8 points. Over to the right side, and Patton, she'll shoot the 3.
That was a 2.
That was a 2?
Yep, her feet were
inside the arc?
Yep, just on the line.
Trying to go inside to Metz. That's a turnover. Luster has it, and she'll lose the ball. Dietz has it. Defense is back. Dietz's shot no good. Horston with a rebound. Fires it up court to Luster. Luster goes inside, but she took an extra step. She drug her pivot foot.
Yep. Back-to-back turnovers, and Commodores got that long 2-pointer for Dana Patton. Chance here to kind of twice to get back into that big deficit they were at of 8, and both times turnovers didn't allow them to get a shot off.
25 seconds to go on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Boy, I tell you, Perry's packing that zone in. Dietz will shoot it, and she'll connect.
That's her first make of the night. She's 25th of the season at basically a 24% three-point shooter. And she's already taken a number of shots here. Long 3.
Luster off the glass. Rebound to Maurer. First quarter is over. our score. Botkins 18, Perry 9. You are watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
We are here and here and here.
Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Unpack your potential with a career at Pratt Industries. Working at Pratt Industries is more than a job. It's a sustainable career.
Pratt Industries to me is a job. It's my career. It's the way I put food on my table, but I love what I do.
We offer competitive pay, excellent benefits, and opportunities for career advancement. To apply, visit careers.prattindustries.com.
About to begin our second quarter girls basketball here from Botkins, facing the Perry Commodores. It's kind of funny. He took the timeout and they hit the threes shortly after that. Perry coach John Behrens. And
yeah, the first possession Botkins had after the Perry timeout was a three-point basket made by the Trojans, and they have continued to kind of excel on offense. They took that lead and blew it open to 8, and they shot the Trojans 8 of 16, 50% in the first quarter. Perry 4 of 13 from the field. Perry committed 5 turnovers in the first quarter.
Luster double team, dumps it off to Horston, puts it up and in. Nice give and go.
Yeah, Luster I thought was in trouble, but able to step through the defense and feed Hurston for a nice opportunity, and she finishes it.
Paul almost loses it. Dosig will pick it up. Trojans will go back into their offense. Paul puts it on the floor.
Out of bounds.
Steps on the line. That's going to be a turnover.
Third turnover of the ball game for the Trojans.
Reagan McPheron, number 20, a junior. Saw in the junior varsity contest. Now seeing some varsity action with 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Commodores, they'll get it inside to Patton, who's been hitting the threes. She'll try and go inside, and it's going to be tipped out of bounds by Maurer. 18-11 our score. Horston will inbound it. Looking for, or make that, went to Horston.
Oh, nice move.
Lee made the pass inside, and Horston gets the shot.
Horston is a nice-looking basketball player. She's lengthy, but yet strong. And there you can see where she can shoot and elevate and get the ball with a higher release point than like a push shot. She can elevate, makes it tougher to guard, and had the strength there to draw contact. And I believe it was an 8-point Trojan lead towards the end of the first quarter. There was 9 at the end of the first quarter, and now this will cut it. Nope.
Rebound. That's Lee. Puts it up, shot no good. Metz will grab the rebound. Up court quickly come the Trojans, but they're going to turn it over. Luster, ball tipped by Pitts, and Maurer will recover it, and she'll bring it across the timeline. Two teams exchanging turnovers. Both teams want to play fast. That's pretty obvious here in the first half.
Yeah, there's been quite a bit of, pace, if you will. Not a lot of standing around. Both teams are kind of trying to force it. Botkins, their offense has been really, I don't want to say it's quick. They've had very few possessions where they've actually held the ball very long. They get it and they let it fly.
Maurer for 3. Ball comes to Pitts. McPheron. Pitts wants to go into the lane. Right-handed shot off the glass. It's a nice shot.
4 for 4. Nice move for right-hander going that way. And anymore, that's a normal shot. You go off 1 foot, and she was very much under control. And more importantly, I think the reason it went in, use the bank board on those type of shots.
That gives Botkins a 7-point lead. Second quarter action. Gordon gets it over to Horston. Back over to Patton. Horston gets it all the way over to Lee, back out to Luster. Luster is going to move in the lane. Right-handed shot, no good. And Dietz will bring it across the timeline. Into the lane goes McFerrin. Nice move. We saw her do that a time or two in the junior varsity contest. This time she puts it into the varsity play.
Textbook fundamental basketball. Drive to the left, shoot with your left hand. She's a right-handed player, I'm almost certain, but she finished that one with her left hand. Unless I find out she was left-handed. It was a good finish anyways for her left-handed.
It looked good here.
She didn't cheat and put it in the strong hand. She kept it away from the defense, used the bank board, her first bucket of the game. 9-point Trojan lead again. Oh, that was
ball bounces right off of Lee, and it goes to Patton. I'll tell you, Patton's a little unorthodox, but something about her touch, it has a tendency to go in.
Well, she's got 6 points now on 3 2-point shots, and I think if my notes are right, she only averages a point or so a game, so I'll have to check that again. Nice backdoor.
Mauer's going to be fouled inside. Let's take a closer look at Patton. I got her at 1.1.
That's what I have her at. She has 6 already here in the ball game, and yeah, no matter how it gets out of her hand, it seems like it goes up soft, like almost a nice soft touch.
Mauer will connect on the free throw. Mauer, a 65% free throw shooter, 14 out of 21 now, so that'll improve slightly.
8.3 points a game and 3 rebounds. Also, she's one of the leaders on the team, Dave, with assists, averaging 3 assists a game.
Second free throw also good. Botkins lead at 9. Jana Metz went to the bench, the sophomore, getting a lot more playing time with the absence of Janelle Platfoot, who broke a hand earlier in the season, still recovering from that. Platfoot, a very valuable player to the Botkins lineup.
She was averaging over 7 points a game and definitely was a starter. I mean, she was, losing her does not help, but they've been able to bounce back with some other players. But it would be nice to have Platfoot on the court.
There's a whistle, and there's going to be a foul. That'll go against Kennedy Dosick. Kennedy, one of 2 seniors playing there here tonight, recognized in pregame ceremonies. Free throw goes off to the right.
Hurston is a junior. She's shooting 53% from the line. She's 0 for 2 here early on.
Second free throw too strong. Lee will grab the rebound, puts it up, doesn't get the roll, and Mulaney Mauer with the rebound. Dosick back over to Dietz. Into the lane she goes.
I like to see Dosick shoot. That's a nice looking shot. It didn't go in, but I think she has a very nice shooting form. Dosick does, and I don't think she shoots a lot. But when she does it earlier in the year, I saw her play some games. It caught my eye right away. Like that's a good form, good rhythm.
Nice form, good look at it that time, but it doesn't fall, and it's still a 9-point Botkins lead as we come up with 3 minutes and 40 seconds on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard.
Dee Pitts picked up the personal foul in that battle for the rebound on the other end following the Kennedy Dosick miss.
Cy Scott with a shot, no good. Rebound, Lexana Lee puts it up and gets the roll, and it's 24-17.
Nice offensive look there for the Commodores. They've had a couple of multiple looks. They haven't cashed in too many times, but that time Lee did a nice job taking advantage of that opportunity.
Pitts back out to Paul for 3. Shot no good. Rebound Lee. Up court. Here comes Zy Scott.
Nice block.
That was McFerrin on the defense. Good job by Reagan McFerrin. She's going to try her hand at a 3. A little bit short, and Paul will step back and put it up and in. 5 foot. She gets the rebound.
Yeah, right place, right time. Boy, it would have been nice for McFerrin's triple to go down. She came off the bench, had a field goal a few possessions ago, but then to get the block on one end, get the board, and come down to hit the 3 would have been a good run. But her teammate picked her up with the offensive rebound.
Outside shot, no good by Scott. Pitts gets it across
nice
to
bounce.
Dosick, back to Paul, and she'll get the foul.
Nice bounce pass. It's amazing how well the bounce pass skips through defensives a lot easier than the chest pass.
Just a good flow that time for Botkins, and Paul drew the foul, and she'll step to the line.
They've had pretty good spacing. Sometimes in those breaks, too many girls are in the same spot. One defender can kind of guard both of them. It seems like in the times tonight that Botkins has done in transition or tried to get some tempo, they've spread the court, made for some nice passing angles, and that helps a bunch when you can just separate yourself and move the ball efficiently.
Yeah, spacing is definitely key, and Botkins on that one did a nice job of it as Paul will connect. She's got 8 here in the first half.
Almost a 5-second count.
Luster.
Yep, there it is.
That's a 5-second violation.
Well, you called that one, Jeff.
If she could have just used her speed and broke it a little bit, it doesn't take much. You have to be closely guarded, and if you get past the defender's like torso, it's no longer, the count's over. It's kind of hard to explain, but she never really separated herself.
Camden Paul.
Well, she's hit for the cycle. She's had a 2-point bucket, a 3-point bucket, and free throws here all in the second quarter to go along with 4 points in the first. She now has 11 in the game.
Botkins seems to be shooting the ball well. We'll have to take a look at the numbers, but it feels like that's the case. Luster's shot no good. Pitts has the rebound. Almost stole there by Zy Scott.
Unofficially, 12 for 25. Rough numbers. So that's just under 50% for a team not shooting that high percentage on the season overall. Their three-point shooting is 25%. But right now, overall, about 12 of 25. And the misses, some of the misses, Dave, they've already gotten those opportunities and put them back up for points. So they've been efficient on offense, and that's something that Coach Carson talked about.
Mulaney Maurer. Boy, that was nothing but nylon.
Her second made triple of the game. Numbers 29 and 30 on the season.
Gordon into the lane off the glass, and Tiana will score.
And Gordon, nice move there. And again, nice soft touch and use the bank board. It's her first 2 points of the ball game. Much needed bucket for the Commodores.
Dosick. There's the steal. Scott.
That's a double dribble violation.
How many times, Dave? Turnover. It's like Perry's done a nice job defensively. They've created some steals, but it seems like within a few seconds they've given it right back.
They get into open court and a little bit vulnerable to a turnover.
So they haven't, Botkins just 5 turnovers in a game, and I'm guessing 3 or 4 of them when they've turned it over, they've gotten it back pretty quickly, have the Trojans.
Kylie Mack into the lineup. Into the lane goes Paul off the glass.
They may not be vertically gifted, but boy, they do go out the glass. And Paul, she's 5 feet tall. Probably that's stretching it. But again, a strong move. Went into some traffic, but under control. And was able to get the shot off the glass before it was defended and scored the bucket.
That's going to end our first half of play. Good finish to the first half by the Botkins Trojans, our halftime score. Once again, Botkins puts 18 points up. Their total now 36. The Perry Commodores 19. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Whether you do business from a corner store or a corner office, there is one asset your business cannot do without: the Internet. Everything from sales and marketing, training and shipping, PR, HR, and R&D, your business relies on a fast, reliable, and secure connection. And now, it's more important than ever to partner with an internet provider you can trust. Get Flight Fiber for Business, backed by local tech support from NKTelco. Call today.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Back here at Botkins, the Trojans played a real solid first half of basketball, Jeff. And when we take a look at the numbers brought to you by Wagner's IGA, I think they're going to reflect that. Perry, they're able to get up and down the floor a little bit, but there's just a little bit too much rebounding strength for the Trojans, or at least I think so. We'll see what the numbers bear out, but that was a very solid first half by Botkins.
I think Coach Carson will be pretty pleased with his team. Not a lot of complaints. You talk about the shooting. We'll start there. Perry was 8 of 20 from two-point shooting, 1 of 6 from beyond the arc. 8 of 20 and 1 of 6 for a total of 9 of 26, just 34%. Botkins, this is what you're alluding to. 10 of 15 two-point shooting, 4 of 12 three-point shooting, a total of 14 of 27 for 51%. On the season, their field goal shooting is 31%, so they're 20 percentage points higher tonight. 51%. The shots they missed, they have 6 offensive rebounds. They turned those into 6 points. They only had 5 turnovers, and Perry had a few more turnovers, 8. But it's like every time they create a steal for Botkins, they couldn't take advantage of it because they turned it over before they could get a shot off. So it was kind of a poor shooting half for the Commodores, and they do force a turnover here, but they really couldn't utilize their speed in getting steals because they would either turn it right back over, and they could not capitalize on it, I guess is the best way to say it.
Yeah, it looked like, and I'm not sure the number of times, but it was at least 3 times that happened.
Back to back, yeah. Or, just give it away right back.
Let's see what Perry does. They'll have the basketball after Botkins turns it over. Luster goes into the lane. The freshman puts it up.
Well, there's a bit of a break here. We'll go through the scoring for the Perry Commodores. Dana Patton, 6 points. Mary Hurston, 4. 3 from Zy Scott, 2 from Luster, 2 from Gordon, and 2 from Lee. Their total of 19. Luster, 68% free throw shooter on the season.
She gets that one to drop, and the difference is 16 points. She's got 3 points so far here in tonight's game. Long range 3 by Paul, no good. Tracked down by the Commodores. Up court they come.
Nice move.
Into the lane. Nice move there by Tiana Gordon.
Had to go around the Botkins player and kind of was able to kind of scoop under and still have enough strength to kiss it off the glass. Gordon, her 4th point. Botkins doesn't have the ball long enough for me to go through their scoring. I'll rattle through here pretty quick.
Maurer back out to Pitts into the lane. Boy, we've seen her do that before, but this one doesn't fall.
With that break right here, leading the Trojans in the first half, Camden Paul with 13, 10 from Mulaney Maurer, 8 from Dee Pitts, 3 from Lydia Dietz, and 2 from Reagan McPherson, their total of 36.
Pitts will have it out front. Finds Maurer inside, makes a nice move. Shot doesn't go. Rebound, Lexana Lee. Luster tries to get it inside to Patton. Paul going to reverse direction, finds Dosick, takes it inside, off balance, loses her balance, I should say, and Lee's going to handle it twice, and that's a problem.
It was a sweet move by Dosick going baseline. I thought she would come up on the other side with a reverse layup, and I think she got caught in between steps and tried to come up on this side and just never got good elevation. And
Luster and Dietz are going to chase after it. Dietz will come up with it. Pitts now with it into the lane. She goes. It's going to be a blocking foul there by Lexana Lee, a 5'9" junior for the Commodores.
These Trojans are all kind of built the same. They all seem to be pretty quick with the basketball. You saw Dee Pitts there. She just went right in and forced the defense to make a play, either play defense legally or get called for the foul. She forced the issue and created a foul.
Dietz for three. No. Hurston with the rebound. Across the timeline. Maurer gets a hand on the basketball, but Kalila Luster will handle it. 5'2". That's stretching it maybe. Back over to Gordon, out front to Patton. Lee trying to grab the rebound. Lee averages 8.3 points and 8.3 rebounds. I thought that was a statistical abnormality, I guess you'd say. Abnormality.
Number 13, Mary Wilson, that's her second and team second.
Well, she does a nice job. She's an athletic player. I think both her and Hurston are built, like basketball. They're able to run, and they're a good size. Although, boy, Pitt's a nice pass. As
Trojans doing a nice job of cuts and making those passes.
They missed that opportunity there, but they've had some nice bounce passes tonight, hitting teammates, and they've had pretty good movement without the ball, and that's really helped their passing game.
Luster will have it, being chased by Maurer. Looks over to Patton, back out front. Jump shot, it's there.
Keyword, jump shot. Jump shot. That's, again, a high release. It wasn't a set shot. Tough to defend them, and Hurston's got a good rhythm. 6 points in the ball game for Hurston. 12-point deficit for the Commodores.
Commodores cutting into it just a little bit here as we start the second half.
Botkins is 0 for 5 from the field, plus a couple turnovers. So after shooting so well in the first half and not really having many ball control problems, they've had a rough couple minutes here to start the third.
Dosick, this time she finds the baseline. Good defense by Hurston.
Another chance here for the Commodores. A bucket here, it's down to 10 or maybe 9.
Hurston finds Lee up and in. 10-point difference in this one.
Assist from Hurston and a nice backdoor cut. Hurston had her eyes up, saw Lee was open and fed her a bullet. Coach Carson take a timeout.
Yeah, Botkins will talk about this as Commodores putting a run on Botkins. Our score, Botkins 36, Perry 26, 4:24 left in the third quarter. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Botkins coach Tyler Carson takes the timeout. 4:24 to go here, third quarter action. Commodores on a nice run here to start the second half.
They needed a good start coming out down by 17, and they've done 3 of 4 shooting from the field. They've held the Botkins to 0 for 6 from the field. So right there, it's been a nice, good 3.5 minutes for the Commodores, and they've cut that lead down to 10. So big possession here for the Trojans, try to get their confidence back.
There's Maurer lining up and firing. Mulaney Maurer.
To a third of the night, or 31st of the season, that leads the Trojans, and she is 3 for 5 from that range, so nice percentage.
I think that was a set play.
Well, I'd say it turned out to be, but definitely got a good shot.
Pitts has got the basketball. Botkins lead back up to 13. Pitts will go into the lane, floats in there and connects.
Again, they all kind of go to the basket. That's not an easy shot. I mean, you know you're going to get bumped, and she was under control and hit a tough shot.
Carly Dalton into the Perry lineup, a junior at 5'7". Hurston's shot no good as Scott will make the steal. Nice play. She'll feed her teammate Luster up and in. And Perry will pick up an easy basket on a Botkins turnover in the backcourt game.
5 points in the game now for Luster, averaging 11.5 on the season.
Dosick with it. Maurer back over to Paul. Now Dosick again. Gets it out to Maurer. She's open. Not this time. Lee has it. Metz takes it away and puts it up and in. Boy, what a big play by Metz. She just took it right out of the hands of Lee. And Jana Metz will step to the free throw line, the sophomore.
Into the game for Perry, number 11, Tyler Gordon.
8 of 18 from the line, so needs to improve on that number. But boy, heads-up play is right. Gets that steal, if you will, instant offense.
Metz with a free throw, no good, and Hurston with a rebound. Open for three is Dalton, shot no good. Hurston will chase it down, goes to the baseline, shot no good, and Maurer with the rebound. Paul. Guarded by Gordon. Pitts, we know what she's going to do. She'll take it inside. There's Paul, short jumper, no good.
Another steal by the Trojans. Nice move.
Maurer will draw the foul, got hit in the head.
Well, it's back-to-back possessions, I think, for Perry, where they got the rebound and simply then kind of held it in front of them, and Botkins stole it from them and converted.
It's funny, you look at Paul in the paint there when she had that shot, and you're thinking 3 seconds or not. No, because she's in the act of get in the act of shooting, correct?
Yeah, when you get it, you get additional time. Now, if she would have got it and kind of ball fake, thought about it, and then dribbled out, then yes, probably. But once you get in there, even if you've been in there 1 or 2 seconds, you get the ball, you have seconds, if you will, to make something happen. If you don't shoot it, though, and you pass out, it's basically then a violation. The whistle will be called or blown.
Clock coming up on 2 minutes to go. Our First National Bank Think First scoreboard, 17-point Botkins lead. Gordon with it. Back over to Scott. In the corner is number 4, Dalton, and they'll bring it back out, and they'll try and get it inside. Foul will be on Maurer. That'll be her first. Second team foul for Botkins here in the half. And Commodores have 4 with 1:49 to go in the third quarter.
Just a few minutes ago, Coach Carson took a timeout. It was 36-26. So a good answer by his team following the timeout.
Pitts has got Paul to the right. Cut off there by Hurst, and then Scott comes out. Pitts and Maurer. Dietz will run the cut and then go back out to the wing. Luster kind of messes that option up, but she'll guard Dietz. Dietz goes to the left side. Maurer. There's the pass to Paul. Shot no good, but Pitts with a beautiful move inside. Grabs that rebound. Just a natural move for her.
Yeah, that was, she did it all with instincts, and that's her 12th point of the game, matches her jersey number, and she's a crafty little player. She gets a steal here.
There's the pass to Maurer. Maurer going in with her left hand, and she'll score.
That's a tough shot, and she's right-handed. Again, finished with her left hand as Pitts will get called for the foul, but that was not an easy look, and Maurer made it look very much perfect because she finished with her left hand. The bank shot was beautiful, and good run there by the Trojans. Remember, at the 4:24 mark, it was 36-26, and I motioned you, here comes the it's tightening up. Now it's back to, 21?
21-point lead, yeah, just like that.
Biggest lead of the game, and just a couple minutes ago, I thought Perry was really making an effort to climb back into this. And they did, but then Botkins answered.
Luster into the lane, puts it off the glass and scores.
Not for sure how that went in. It looked like she was in kind of a desperation, but she got up in the air and was able to score it. Nice bounce pass.
There it is. Mack cannot connect. Rebound comes down to Lexana Lee. Luster, clock is at 15 seconds. Inside it goes to Lee. Back out to Luster. All the way back out to Zy Scott. Shot no good. Clock stops at 4.7 seconds, and Botkins will have the ball.
Got plenty of time to get a shot off. You'd like to get something, the inbounds pass going towards your basket, but still time to go.
Inbounds to Mack. McPherson, Metz, shot no good, and that's going to end our third quarter play. Botkins 49, Perry 30. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Ohio Means Jobs Auglaize County has a job for you. Grand Lake Health System has over 800 employees. Included is Joint Township District Memorial Hospital and multiple physician practices. And we're now hiring a variety of positions that fit all education and skill levels. Plus, you'll get a great benefit package offered to both full and part-time workers. Join this rewarding career and help your community in the process. Contact Ohio Means Jobs Auglaize County for all your employment needs.
Fourth quarter play is upon us. Botkins with a 19-point lead. Perry will have the basketball. Boy, they really finished strong in that quarter, the Trojans did.
Remember when that timeout was taken, they were like 0 for 6 from the field. They finished 5 of 16, so they finished 5 of 10, and I don't know if Perry maybe got one more bucket. There's a double dribble or 3 seconds. Double dribble, turnover. But yeah, it was really a slow start for Botkins, a good start for Commodores, which is what they needed for Perry. They got it down to 10. Timeout taken by Coach Carson, and after that timeout, almost midway through the quarter, it was all Botkins making shots and getting steals and just doing everything he needed to do to grow that lead up to 1.21.
Dosick will have the basketball. Back out front to Pitts. Pitts will step inside the arc and take it. Leave her open. She'll shoot it and make it.
A lot of confidence there. She has 14 points in the game, and that's one of those shots. It's not a three-pointer. It's not a bunny shot. I didn't know they shot him anymore, but she did a nice job hitting the mid-range jumper.
Yeah, about a 15-foot jumper. Pitts grabs it. Here we go. D.D. Pitts. Luster back down there. Nice move, but shot goes a little bit strong as Scott gets the rebound up court to Patton. Dana Patton misses the first, misses the second, but she's fouled on that second one.
That foul's called Botkins. Number 11, Kennedy Dosick. That's her second and team's fourth.
Dosick picks up her second, and Dana Patton will step to the free throw line.
Only he's attempted, well, our numbers maybe have all their games, but a 75% shooter on the season. Limited attempts, not many through, I guess, basically some of their games. 13 of the 18, she had attempted 4. So limited free throws, but one of 2 here.
This is the second one, and McPherson will grab the rebound. Up to Maurer. Maurer goes to the baseline, gets it back out to Dosick, and they'll move it around the arc. There's Dietz with the shot, no good. Luster with the rebound, pass to Gordon. Gordon off the glass, shot no good. Dosick with the rebound. Pitts into the lane, off the glass.
Nice. You saw her kind of size up the defense, like, hey, I'm going to slow down, and then change your gears, and she went right at it and took contact. I mean, there was definitely some body there, but I like how well she maintained her composure, under control, and threw it off the bank board to get it to drop.
Pitts makes it 53-31. Botkins, as we said at the very start of our broadcast, Botkins looking to pick up win number 12, which would mean they've got a winning season. And as time moves on here in the fourth quarter, they're pretty assured of a victory here as they've got a nice 23-point lead.
Pitts has doubled her average. She came in at 7.5. She has 17, so she's more than doubled it.
Scott, she'll connect.
Her 5th point of the ball game for Zy Scott.
Paul to the corner, and Dietz. Here comes Dosick. Ball kicked there by, obviously not kicked, off her foot. Diana Gordon.
A kick is only once intentional. So if you throw the pass like that, she never moved her foot. It just went off her pass. So see defenders kick their feet out. Well, that's, if you touch the ball that way, it's a violation. If you're standing there and the pass goes off your foot, it's not a violation.
Inside it goes, and Scott will pick it up. Up court she comes. Behind the arc, looks down low to Dalton. Dalton tries to put it up against Pitts. Ball will come back out. Scott will shoot it off target, and Pitts will hustle after the rebound. Maurer finds Dosick. Maurer again. Pitts back out front to Dietz. Open is Dosick. Shot no good. Pitts tips it away, but Mary Hurston will come up with it. Luster will slow it up as she moves it across the timeline. Gordon, shot no good. Kennedy with the rebound. Kennedy Dosick, that is. Dietz handling it out front. There's the steal by Scott. Scott picking up steam, goes up against Pitts, and foul will be against D.D. Pitts. That's her 3rd. Botkins doing a nice job moving the basketball on offense.
They have all night, except for the last pass there. A nice defensive play by Scott, I believe it was, getting a steal. But for the most part, Botkins has done a nice job. They've utilized the bounce pass at the right time and really made the Commodores defense, whether it's zone or man-to-man, really work and cover all facets of the game. And it seems like all 5 players for Botkins are touching the ball, too. It's not just a certain group. It's everyone's getting in the action. So that makes the Commodores defense. Everyone's got to pick up and play the full half court, if you will, and Botkins does a nice job executing their offense.
Free throw is good as Scott hits the free throw.
Scott now with 6 points in the ball game.
.20 difference. Botkins with the basketball. Senior night for the girls basketball program. The 2 seniors, Kennedy Dosick and Lydia Dietz, just took that shot there. Saluted before tonight's varsity contest. Luster bringing it up court. Dalton very quickly, and a nice feed to Lexana Lee. And Perry will take the timeout, full timeout with 4:07 to go. Botkins 54, Perry 36. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
We are here and here and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Unpack your potential with a career at Pratt Industries. Working at Pratt Industries is more than a job. It's a sustainable career.
Pratt Industries to me is a job. It's my career. It's the way I put food on my table, but I love what I do.
We offer competitive pay, excellent benefits, and opportunities for career advancement. To apply, visit careers.prattindustries.com.
Let's see what Perry does following the timeout. Looks like they're going to try and apply a little bit of pressure.
The last possession, press a little bit, and Botkins was able to break it. I remember Maurer kind of dribbled through it, but trying to make something happen here, maybe create some easier offense opportunities with some steals.
Dosick, Maurer with it. Looks like Botkins just going to take some time off the clock and get that good shot. Paul sneaks inside. Was hoping for a layup, but couldn't quite get it up off the backboard. Luster. Kalia goes inside, and she'll draw the foul. And Perry coach John Behrens wanted that one to fall home.
And she does her damage, Luster does at the foul line now, but she does her damage, I think, when she's with the basketball, using her speed, kind of just outrunning the opponent, and she's going to the basket. She'll throw it up there, and a lot of times can draw some contact and get to the free throw line. She's 68% shooter on the season, and has taken quite a few. She's right around 80 shots at least for sure from the foul line, so she's been a frequent visitor to the free throw line. She's 3 for 4 there today.
Into double figures with 11 points after 2 made free throws. Maurer surveys the pressure, gets it over to teammate Camden Paul. They're trying to double team her. Trying to rotate it back out. Metz gets it to Maurer in the corner. There's Dosick. Shot no good.
I wish her shots for hers would go down. I think her form and her technique is perfect. Now, she hasn't hit very well tonight, but just looks like a nice looking shot, but her teammate here bails her out. Metz with the offensive rebound.
And Metz steps to the line.
0 for 1 on the night.
Sophomore, nothing but nylon on that one.
3 points in the ball game.
55-38. Second free throw is good. As Dietz goes for the steal, goes out of bounds. Luster will bring it up court. Looking inside, there's the toss inside to Hurston. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebounded by Paul. Dosick. Maurer now with it. Dietz back over to Dosick. Clock coming up on 2 minutes on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard, as you can take a look at it. 56-38. Paul off balance shot goes off. I think that's Jana Metz's hands.
Number 14, Grace Gutman, and number 25, Sophia Braun.
Number 14, Grace Gutman, and number 24, Sophie Braun will come into the lineup. Final couple minutes of play. Luster to the baseline. Luster, there's this takeaway. Grace Gutman with a steal. Ball's going to be out of bounds, tossed in by Botkins.
Substitution back in.
Minute 47 to go. It's about time to start thinking about that player of the game, Jeff. There's a lot of choices here tonight.
Yeah, very much so. There's some Botkins players that have played pretty well tonight, and it's always a good problem to have when you can't pick just one. And we will make that conversation here on the fly, or make a mental note, and we'll figure that out here shortly.
Minute 40 plus to go as Kylie Mack will come off the Botkins bench on the next dead ball. Luster will have it. Into the lane she goes, off the glass, and to the floor goes the freshman.
Like I said, she's creative with the basketball. She can make things happen, able to use her speed and her size. You know, she's a smaller player, but is quick enough to drive through, draw contact. That time didn't get the shot to drop, but we'll have more free throws coming up. She's 3 for 4 from the line tonight. Now 3 for 5.
Not that time. Rolls off. Lydia Dietz goes out of tonight's game. One of the 2 seniors recognized tonight. Kennedy Dosick. She'll go out as 2 senior starters for
second free throw is good by Lusters.
56-39, our score. Pitts into the lane off the glass.
Another solid night offensively. She's at 19, came in averaging 7.5 points for just a sophomore. Has done a lot of good things for the Trojans tonight.
Jump shot no good. Rebound. Lee back out to Zy Scott, and she'll connect.
Her second made three-pointer of the night for Scott.
She has 9. Pitts with the basketball. Perry trying to do some double teaming. There's the steal by Luster. Up and in. Kaleli Luster with the bucket.
Now she's up to 14. Only had 2 points at halftime, but she's had a much stronger second quarter, getting to the foul line and making some shots here. But pretty quiet in the first half. Had some shots, only made 1 of 7 from the field.
Number 24 is Sophie Braun. Battle for the rebound, and
mentioned Luster 1 of 7 from the field in the first half. She's a perfect 3 for 3 from the field in the second half, along with the 4 of 6 from the foul line. So Luster has had a nice second half for the Commodores.
Pitts. Grace Gutman with the ball, and I think she's going to be fouled there by.
Free throws coming up for Gutman.
Perry draws the foul. Both teams.
These will be our first bonus free throws of the night.
Took a while. 19.9 seconds to go.
A lot of 2-shot fouls, but no 1-on-1s.
Gutman misses the front end. Luster races across the timeline. Gordon goes to the corner. Clock coming up. Long range. Shot no good. Rebounded by Lee. And Lexana Lee will connect. She finishes with 8 points. And the difference, 58-46, as Commodores making it respectable after Botkins had built a 20-plus point lead there in the fourth quarter, and everyone getting to play for the Trojans. So nice night for the Trojans as they pick up win number 12 and finish the home season. So win number 12, a big one for the Trojans. 12-8 overall, 7-4 in league play. They'll be at Anna as they resume Shelby County Athletic League play against the Rockets. Commodores, on the other hand, they fall to 9-10. They remain 3-2, but a couple of games in back of a game and a half or so in back of Hardin Northern. Hardin Northern leads the NWCC with a 4-0 record, and Waynesfield Goshen is also unbeaten, but they've won 3 games in league play. Perry, of course, coming off a 55-27 loss to Allen East, who the Trojans will play in their season finale on, I believe that's on Saturday. So let's take a look. Let's thank all of our sponsors for tonight's contest between Botkins and Perry. Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Pratt Industries, Winners Meats, and NKTelco, all bringing you tonight's contest from Botkins. Additional sponsors, Burke Petroleum, Chiltech LLC, Cy Schwedeman Incorporated, Dickman Supply, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Park National Bank, Securcom, St. Henry Bank, and Wilson Health, all sponsoring tonight's broadcasts. Keys to the game brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Scoreboard sponsor, First National Bank, Think First. Starting lineup sponsor, Emerson Climate Technologies. Timeout sponsor, Precision Strip. Player of the game, coming up here in just a moment, will be brought to you by NKTelco. And you can also watch tonight's game again on replays on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503 Monday, February the 20th at 9 p.m. and Saturday, February the 25th at 12 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. For the Botkins Trojans, as we take a look at the schedule here, they'll play, as we said, Thursday, February the 2nd at Anna, and then Saturday, February the 4th, they conclude the season against Allen East, and Allen East knocked off Perry 55-27 in the Commodores' last start just 2 days ago on Saturday night or Saturday afternoon. Botkins will play in the tournament. They'll play at Sydney in the sectional semifinal contest, sectional game against Franklin Monroe. So they'll play Monday, February the 13th against Franklin Monroe. Now it's time to take a look at our numbers, all brought to you by Wagner's IGA.
For the Perry Commodores, they finish the game 17 of 40 from two-point range, 2 of 12 from beyond the arc. Overall field goal shootings for Perry, 19 of 52. They were 6 of 13 from the free throw line. For Botkins, 17 of 33 from two-point range, 5 of 21 from three-point shooting. Overall, a very good 22 of 54. And they were also a very good 9 of 10 from the free throw line. Rebounding, Perry had 34 offensive rebounds. Botkins had 29. Turnover category, Perry with 15 turnovers. Botkins with 12. And individual scoring goes like this. Luster with 12 leads the Perry Commodores. 9 from Scott, 8 from Lee, 7 from Patton, 6 from Hurston, and 4 from Gordon, their total of 46. For Botkins, 3 players in double figures. Dee Pitts with 19. Mulaney Maurer with 17. Camden Paul with 13. Also scoring for the Trojans tonight, 4 points from Metz, 3 points from Lydia Dietz, and 2 from Reagan McPherson, their total of 58.
Good solid effort by Botkins. They had lots of points there at halftime. They were en route to a 70-plus performance, 36 at halftime. Slowed down a little bit in the fourth quarter as, the substitutes started to come in because the Trojans were up, what was that, 21? 21? Yeah. That was the largest lead of the night in that fourth quarter, and Coach Carson making sure that everybody got lots of playing time, and Perry's a very respectable team. They got a little firepower out there.
They do. They're dangerous if you let them become dangerous and move the gas away from the fire. If you don't, they're capable of getting some buckets in transition, and they didn't give up. They scrapped around, cut it to 10, but then just kind of ran out of gas and couldn't maybe get some key buckets that they needed, but they kept fighting, and that's all you can ask for.
Yep, like we said earlier, they've won 9 times, so Perry and they look like they got a good returning group of players back for next year, so they're probably looking for the tournament, finish strong, and see what happens in the tournament. I'm sure as both these two teams will be interesting to see what happens when they get into tournament play. We've got our player of the game brought to you by NKTelco Sports. I've casted my ballot.
And I put a star next to mine.
Next to yours.
And that is unanimous. So she's won it, I think, 3 or 4 times for sure already this season, but really I thought played well. It's Dee Pitts, 5'7" sophomore. She was 9 of 11 from the field. 1-1 from the free throw line. I know she had some steals, played great defense, and really like how she just kind of made good decisions with the basketball, took some high-quality shots, and just did a nice game offensively and defensively for her team. And she ends up being 19 points. That's a tough task when she came in averaging just under 8, so she doubled that plus tonight for the sophomore. Congratulations to Dee Pitts, our NKTelco player of the game.
And she got good support from all of her teammates. Trojans played a very solid basketball game tonight.
Yeah, not really much to argue with, and job well done for Botkins.
That's going to do it for us from the Botkins Athletic Complex. Once again, our final score, Botkins 48, Perry 46. The Trojans assure themselves of a winning 2022-23 basketball season with win number 12. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dave Helmstetter, and with me tonight, Jeff Henson. You have been watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.